What is going on, guys? This is your boy Astrum Sensei and welcome back to my action RPG series in Unreal Engine 5. So in this video we are going to be continuing what we did with the previous video, which was we actually set up the stance for the equipped stance or weapon drawn stance. And in today's video we are going to be playing the equip weapon animation, and if it doesn't turn out too long we will also be adding the mesh, and we will be switching it between the back and the hand of the player. So when you put away, it plays unequip, and when you equip, it plays an equip animation, and you know, the mesh will move between the back and the hand. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty exciting. If you guys want to see more tutorials, do not forget to like the video and subscribe, because you know, stuff always matters. And if you want to get early access to more of these videos, go check out my Patreon. I'm trying to be very active there, so yeah, go check it out. And let us begin very quickly. Now, the first thing I want to show you is the animations that I have downloaded. Let me open Mixamo very quickly so that I can show you which ones I downloaded, and you should also download them. Now, in the old series, what I did is I actually used the same animation, but I played it in reverse, so I didn't need to add an unequip animation. But for this one, we are actually going to be adding unequip because we do have an animation over here in Mixamo. So to find the equip animations, just type over. I know that's like a very stupid search term for an equip animation, but if you wait a bit, you will see that it is actually there. Where is it? Yeah, we have unarmed equip over, and unarmed, standing disarm over, which will put back the weapon on the character's hand, character's back. So yeah, download both those. There isn't really in place to do, so yeah, just download them randomly and put them in the Mixamo converter folder. So we have this folder, you put them in the initial, you open up the converter and you convert them. And I do have them over here. Where are they? Wait, where did I place them? Actually, I think I didn't download them or convert them, so I was just imagining things. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, I'm just gonna go here and download them. I know that's like the stupidest thing ever, but hey, we all make mistakes. So anyway, without skin, keyframe reduction uniform, and I'm also gonna download the disarm or the unequip. I do not like those names, so you should just rename them before converting them. Now here or even after converting them, that would be better. But I'm probably not gonna do it. So anyway, I'm just gonna go here and drag them inside of the initial folder. Okay, so I'm gonna call it draw weapon, and the other one is gonna be, wait, no, this one is sheath weapon, and the other one is supposed to be draw weapon. So I'm just gonna quickly rename both. And then we can just go back to the Mixamo converter and do it like this. And as you can see, it's as simple as that. We can go to the complete folder, and here we have them, draw weapon and sheath weapon. So I'm going to go into the engine and I'm going to find the animations folder, which is over here. And we do have a sort folder. So yeah, let's just put it here. So we can just go here, put them here. The skeleton is the Unreal Engine skeleton, Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton. And import translation, Z is always -9 with this converter because it places you on the ground, which is exactly what you need. And now if you check them out, you should see that they actually do work. Now, once we press the Q button, we actually want to play each of those animations only once. And if we are equipped, we want to play the unequip, and yeah, I mean, if the weapon is drawn, we want to play the unequip, and if the weapon is not drawn, we want to play the equip. So the first time I did this in the series, it was actually a different thing because I actually played the animations inside of the character itself, which was like not the smartest thing ever, because once you do that, you know, there will be issues if you play them from here and not from the animation blueprint. So yeah, for this series, as I said, I think I said that before, I'm forgetting things because time's passing between those videos, but in this series, you know, we are going to be playing all of the animations inside of the animation blueprint. And whenever you are actually making a game and not just testing stuff out, you really do want to do this, because if you play them from the character or any blueprint actor, there's going to be issues unless it's like a very minor thing, but this is something that's going to be repeated very much in the game. So yeah, this is where we actually put our input action in the event graph. We pressed it, we checked if we are in the combat mode, and if we weren't, we do set the combat mode to be, I mean, sorry, we didn't check anything, we just set the combat mode to be whatever it is not. And yeah, it looks kind of cool, but we're gonna have to change a bit of this. So I think we are gonna start by checking if we are in the combat mode. So we're not gonna set it yet. We're just gonna get the combat mode. And if you are following this tutorial as a standalone, you should just go create a boolean, call it combat mode, and press the B button to make a branch. I know this is a time saver. Then connect it like this. And then what you want to do is, if you have the weapon drawn, I mean, if you are in combat mode, yeah, actually let us create a macro. We are going to be creating the same macro, not the same, you know, it's going to be a little bit different, but yeah, it's going to be similar to whatever we did in the old series. So what I'm going to call this is draw weapon. And we can just, oh sorry, I'm trying to put the macro in the macro, what's wrong with me? Anyway, yeah, once you do this, we are gonna set the combat mode to be whatever we want it to be. And then we are going to be, wait a minute, did we actually use blueprint interfaces? Because if we didn't, I do have a different setup in mind. So if we did use interfaces, that would be cool, but if we didn't, no, we didn't. So yeah, we're gonna go with this for now, and then when we are trying to fix stuff and clean up, we're gonna just replace everything here with interfaces, which will save a little bit of performance. I do not think it's worth it, but people stress out about performance so much. Anyway, so once we set the combat mode, we want to set another variable, which is going to be called equipping, or, you know, just, yeah, let's just call it equipping, not drawing. So equipping, what we want to do is we want to set it to be true temporarily, and then until the animation ends, we're gonna set it to false. So yeah, we want a delay first, and this delay is gonna be as long as the animation is. So whatever is the animation length of the equip animation, we're going to put it over here. After that, we are going to set equipping to be false. So where is our animation? I think it's inside the sort, yeah, inside of the sort folder. If you hover over it, there should be the sequence length. I don't think that's very accurate, but it says it's 1.6 seconds long. Yeah, we're gonna give it a try, no problem, and we're gonna just change that based on what we think is right. So 1.6, is the unequip animation similar? Yeah, it is the same length, so that's perfect. And after we unequip, I think that's about it. So we're gonna give it a try and see how it's gonna turn out. So I'm going to go back to the event graph, and we should just put in our macro over here. And if the combat mode is true, we are going to set the combat mode to be false inside of the macro, and this is why we connected this one to this one, so that you can set it from outside. And we are also going to place the macro in again and connect it to false. So if we are not in combat mode, we want to activate combat mode when we press the input action for draw weapon. Now I'm going to compile those, and they probably do work, but you know, we really do not have like we're not telling the animation blueprint to play the animation. We still haven't even added it here. So I'm going to go back to the anim graph, and inside of the anim graph, we're going to go like to the very root of the anim graph. We have blend poses by Boolean, and we only have 2 blend spaces. We do not have a state or anything. So first of all, let's create a new state machine, which will have a lot of our animations inside. So this state machine, we should let's just not name it anything yet, because we are going to go inside and we are going to add another state, or not a state machine, it's just a state. So inside of the state machine, you connect several animations together, and you can do multiple state machines, and you know, there's lots of stuff about that. You know, I do have a video about the anim graph coming up soon, so please look forward to that and subscribe if you want to see that. Anyway, inside of the state machine that we have created, we are going to create one called idle / walk, and this idle / walk, we are going to open it, and over here we can add our animation, which will be all of these. So I'm just going to select them all and cut them and connect the state machine over here. And usually you know, people put in several state machines like for each weapon, but I've been experimenting, and I think that, you know, I came up with something cooler, which is to add these inside of the state machine. So blend poses by Boolean will check if we are in combat mode, and if we are in combat mode, what it will do is it will choose, like, if we are in combat mode, it will play the one-handed movement blend space, which is the weapon stance. And if we are not in combat mode, it will switch to the unarmed blend space. So yeah, there's no need for multiple state machines unless you have like super complex weapons. But for now, we're just going to go with this. And once we have done this, what we want to do is we want to create a brand new state, which is going to be called draw weapon. And there is this condition, which is like, when do we go to the draw weapon animation? So this is going to be what we are going to be adding next. But first, let us open the draw weapon state and find the animation over here. So here it is, draw weapon for Unreal Engine 4. We can just drag it in and drop it here and connect it. But we still can't compile because we do not have conditions for switching to this animation and to this one. So I'm going to open this one, and we should just get combat mode. And we also want another condition to play, like to ask in order to play the animation, because once you are like if you play this with the combat mode only on, then there will be a problem because it doesn't tell it when to stop playing the animation, and it will keep looping, or if you turn off looping, it will just stay stuck at the last pose of the animation. So that is why we created this equipping variable. So this variable is going to be like what tells the animation blueprint about if the animation is over or not, because currently you cannot really like stop playing the animation and just go back to the previous one if combat mode is on, and you know, if both of the conditions are like on. So there is like that problem. So the quickest way I found to fix this is to just get the equipping variable, that's why we created it, and promote it to a variable inside of the animation blueprint. So just type equipping, get equipping, right click, promote to variable, and just connect it like this. Now we can just go back here and combat mode and equipping. So, and Boolean. So if we are in combat mode and we are equipping and equipping is true, then we can enter transmission, and now it's gonna work. But if we want to go back to the previous state, we need to also clarify. So we should also add another condition or transition back to the idle and walk. So from here to here, and open it up. Now for this condition, what we are gonna do is just get time remaining. Just type remaining, that's better. Time remaining ratio, and check if it's less than 0.1 and give it a try. So I think we're still gonna have an issue, but let's actually give it a try and see how it's gonna turn out. It did work, but there's the issue with the syncing. It is really nice though, because it really blends nicely, but I think the import translation that I added doesn't apply to everything. So let's open this one and see if it does. It's definitely an issue with something, but I'm not sure what it is. Let's actually go to the draw weapon animation, and first we do not want to loop this, so I forgot to actually turn that off. But actually no, let's not fix it yet. We just want to continue what we started. So we want to add the unequip animation. For that, we are also going to create a state and type sheath weapon. And you know, if you have multiple weapons, what you can do is you can actually create a select node, and sorry, not a select. Switch on integer or switch on enum. You can do those and connect whatever weapon you want to be like to change based on this. So yeah, that would be great. I think it's a select, not a switch. Yeah, it's a select. You want to add a select for that, but we're not going to bother yet. So for the sheath weapon, we want to create two conditions, one for going there. For going there, we want to get the combat mode. We want to check if it's false. So get combat mode and then not boolean. So if we are not in combat mode, but if we are equipping while we are not in combat mode, then we are going to enter the transmission, because that would be when we are putting away our sword. So just do that and connect it like this. Compile and save. Now for going back, we want to, you know, let's just get the remaining time. I think I didn't add the animation. Did I? Yeah, I didn't. So that's why it wasn't working. So we just put it here, compile, go back, go to this condition and type time remaining ratio sheath weapon, and we get less than 0.1. And if that is true, we want to go back to the whatever position we were in. So for this one, I also want to turn off looping. And let's see if this animation also syncs us. So the equip one syncs us and the unequip one also syncs us. Also, did I just see her pants go out of her? Yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, so what's wrong with this syncing? I'm not really sure. I mean, yeah, why is she just going inside of the ground? What could be the problem? Okay, so first of all, let us actually go to the anim graph and just take a look at everything. So when it comes to this, you know, there is no problem at all. Let's go to the anim graph, state machine, and idle walk. Oh, I think I do know what the problem is, and it's that I actually didn't enable root motion. I'm not sure if it really is important for animations that are not really root motion oriented. So we can just give it a try and see if it works or not. So we can play, and yeah, it is fixed. Wow, what a problem. Yeah, actually, you may notice that unequipping and equipping now actually moves the camera because the animations are what move the character. So yeah, you can see that it is very perfect now because of root motion. It actually moves the camera and it looks quite fantastic and realistic. Now we are done with this. Wait, let me check if there's enough time to do the weapon mesh. No, actually, let us not do the weapon mesh for this video. We are gonna do it in the next one. But I did want to check why her pants are falling out of place. And this is gonna be kind of important for the armor system. Since this is just a placeholder mesh, you know, it's not really important, and you guys are following with a different mesh anyway. So yeah, for that, just forget about it and don't look at it too much. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. The result, as you can see, looks amazing despite the animation not being the best. And yeah, now we are gonna work on the weapon draw. So yeah, we're gonna do that next. If you guys have enjoyed the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, check out my other tutorials. I'm really trying to come back and doing lots of stuff. And if you want to get early access to these videos, go to my Patreon. I'm going to be trying to do them daily from now. So yeah, check out my Patreon, and I will see you next time. Take care, have a great day, and bye.